If you struggle with shyness or social anxiety, check out our free No BS training course with actual useful advice you can do from home. None of that just get out there nonsense. The link is in the description below. For now, let's get to today's question.
The question, is it possible to completely overcome shyness and become very outgoing? Answer by Jacob Bobby. A person is normally perceived as shy when he/she is uncomfortable in the presence of others. The three common situations are: it is not necessary that a person has to be an extrovert in order to be bold, i.e., not shy. Introverts are merely comfortable being aloof and prefer not to interact with others, but when required they are confident about themselves and bold enough to articulate. Interact is required. However, confidence is a must. If he/she does not believe in one's own abilities, strengths, legitimate needs and rights, then the person would slowly become a recluse. Perhaps your lack of confidence is possibly largely responsible for your acute anxiety whenever you have to interact with people. Your lack of confidence could also be due to low self-esteem or some traumatic experiences or some bitter criticism. I also suggest that you work on your conversational skills and learn the art of asking open-ended questions that elicit a more elaborate response than a mere yes or no response from those you interact with. You must also practice the art of responding with at least a couple of sentences when responding to others. Learning to compliment people and giving them genuine appreciation will enable you to get others to respond positively to you. The following tips could also be useful for you. I would also urge you to also go through my answers to similar queries raised in this forum, which can be accessed by clicking on the links below. Jacob Bobby's answer to how can I save myself from low self-esteem? Jacob Bobby's answer to what are the best options for increasing self-confidence? I would also suggest you look up my inspirational and motivational blog ActSpots blog for additional inputs that could be useful to increase your self-esteem and confidence. Best wishes. Answer by James Haffer Laren. Henry Ford once said, whether you think you can or can't, either way you are right. So here's the thing. I was shy most of my life. In high school I only knew the names of the students in my class, and after high school I had only a friend. Now I have more than 100 people on my contact list. I have studied shyness, and even though you may feel like it's unbeatable, it is. Shyness is just a compound problem resulting from your upbringing and ancestral wiring. It can leave if you go at it the right way. Here are some ideas based on what worked for me. The key is to keep going and to keep trying. Even shyness can't survive in the face of that. Answer by Greg Little. All I can share is from my experience. My self-doubt and low self-esteem were lower than a snake's belly, and I'm not exaggerating. I grew up with a severe stutter. It wasn't until 1982, when I went to an exceptional speech pathologist, did I find hope. During the first session, I was told that it cannot be cured, but it can be controlled. That gave me hope. He gave to me the 6 rules for good speech, which are: 1. Think about what you say before you say it. 2. Breath. Talk as you exhale rather than inhale. 3. Move your mouth. That will prevent slurring. 4. Make all sounds, and be sure to emphasize the last sound of each word. 5. Use enough voice. 6. Talk slow. In order for your speech to sound normal to the listener, it must sound abnormal to you. 2. I learned years ago from Dr. Don Kirkley, who taught public speaking at the Pentagon, the key to effective speaking is hesitation. Pause. No more than 6 words at a time without a pause. Even less than 6 will work nicely. My fear of public speaking was for many years more than most could possibly comprehend. Now, it's a rush. Promise. To make a long story short, by using the rules given to me, Eva presented workshops/seminars throughout the United States. Now, what does this info about speaking have to do with you? We control our environment by our ability to communicate. Also, according to Dr. Kirkley, the key to effective communication, as well as the hardest part, is listening. When you listen to someone, you give them worth. They in turn will give you worth. The only way I could overcome my lack of self-confidence and conquer it was to face it. But I had to ask for help. Be assured that anyone who is successful did not get there by themselves. They had help along the way. There is more that I could share in this space. However, if you would like to learn more of my experience, read the book, Rise Above, Conquering Adversities. It's also available in ebook format.